What we're going to do is the way I like to do it, and you will have to experiment with this, okay? But what I like to do is, let's say, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a part and loop it. All right, so let's just say we loop something like this. So we'll put the cycle on, we'll take that back there. Okay. It's not going to be a great loop probably, but hopefully it'll give us an idea. And then what I'm going to do is now I'm going to open up my drum software here. So we're not going to worry about picking a kick at the moment. And what we're going to do is go into our grooves. And this is where we can start experimenting with what we think is going to sound good. So you can start off and just check a couple out and see if anything suits. So let's say, now I've added in some ones here from Superior Drummer that I used to have for tune tracks. I bought all of these MIDI packs and stuff like that, but you can just go with the SSD standard ones here. And we can do autoplay, that way we'll hear it. And we could just have our audio playing. Okay, what I might do is not have it playing first because it's trying to line itself up to the song. So I'm just going to flick through a few. All right, so I've flicked through a few, and I've found this Songwriters Pt2 that I'm liking with the ballad section. Now, there's a few options here, and just to give an example of what I've sort of been listening to, if we play. Okay, we got a few samples here. Got some rim shots. But what I did like is this one here. So, as I said, you have to use your imagination a little bit because obviously it is out of time and that sort of thing. But what I'm going to do is I do like that. So I'm going to grab this and I'm just going to drag it over onto my pattern here. Let's turn the autoplay off. Didn't want that there. All right, so in theory now, if we actually play this track, it'll play the drums as I just laid them out. Okay, so we've obviously got one part in there, okay? And I'm sort of saying that that's my verse, right? I'm going to, let's just close that for a minute. I'm going to not double click. I'm going to grab this drum part here and I'm just going to delete that because we don't want that anymore. We've got this part. Now, this is our verse. Let's take that off there. Now, we need some more options because we need to build the entire song, okay? So we could look at an intro. Now that's if you even want an intro. So I guess the question is, let's just move that out of the way. Sort of depends on how long that goes for. Let's drag it over there. Yeah, you're quiet. Okay, that is extremely long. Let's see what other options we got. Yeah. And it could be a matter of mixing combinations, right? So let's turn that autoplay off. So we might drag this over here. And this is the process I follow, right? So it's all about building. Okay, so let's leave that there and so if I drag that to there, in theory, when you come across here, now I may want to also rename this so I can come up here. I could type intro and here verse, just so I can see where the parts are. This intro, it's not right, but it's a start. So we might want to duplicate that. So we can do Control D. We should have kept the name, but it didn't. Okay, so we can have a couple of those parts. The intro we're going to edit. What else have we got here? There was some rim shot verse ones. Yeah, the only problem is when you put these down. So I'll mute those. They will play along as well, which is a little annoying. Yeah, no, I'm not really keen on that. Stuff that up. As soon as I get the idea down, that was perfect. Now, I'm liking this as a variant to the verse. So that could be like, say, for instance, verse 2. Or you could even make it the second pattern, the second pass or something like that. Just trying to find various parts that are slightly different, but they all suit and they're going to work together. Now, what we don't really know is what is our chorus or anything like that. So I'm thinking of adding in two parts, that one there and that one there. So I'm not saying it exactly goes with this part, but as a sort of chorus. Now, let me just name. So we'll go with chorus. Actually, I probably should have called that chorus A. And this one, chorus B. Okay, so the reason, let me just solo it. Okay, they go together, but what I want to do is they're too long. So I'd like to cut it in half. And say delete that bit. And we'll cut this one in half. Where's half? 57, 65. Does it match? Why is that? Because it has a symbol hit. Let's cut it there anyway. Let's just see. We'll put these two bits together. Oh, no, like that. Like that. Okay. So I'm sort of combining two to make one chorus. And I took the second part because it had a fill. So this one's got the sort of the ride bell sound. Okay, and you could repeat that if you want the chorus to go longer. I like that as a chorus. That's good. Okay, so we just don't know what we're recording over them yet, but you know what bit goes with what. Okay, so it's also working out. Right, we need to get this start going first, and we probably want a bridge maybe. Let's have a look. So we'll just get the fundamentals in here and then we can lay things out. Okay, I think I'll go with that for the bridge. So we'll just rename it bridge for the moment. Okay, and then you'll have to sort of end the song somehow. So it all depends how this song starts now. Now let's have a look at what we've got. Okay, I did mute these before. Let's just get our mute tool. It's going to be the easiest. Now, what I'm just going to do is I'm going to move these because I sort of like the vibe of it starting with nothing. And then somewhere there, Somewhere there where we're starting. Idea down. That was not perfect. Maybe we just use the start of the start there. Let's have a look. Let's just cut that a bit there. So let's find. Okay. Again, it's not in time, so. So then we sort of find how we're going to. Something like that. Okay, so logic would say that we should be on a actual bar though. But hey, let's move that back. So really, this should start here on the 8. And there, we can go there. Right, so it's just because this is not in time. We just move it back. So we obviously re-record it, we'll do it properly. Stuff that up. So let's get the idea down. That was not perfect. Right, let's shrink this window down. I'm just going to grab these out of the way here. And what we could do is we could sort of chop up our song here a little bit. So if we find that up. Yeah, it's hard to find where we. Sort of there. All right, so let's just move that out of the way for the moment. And let's sort of copy that one. Now it all depends how many times you want to do this. Okay, so we need to sort of work out where that's going to break, because I think that's probably enough, possibly too much. All right, so you can see what I'm doing here. So let me just, I'm going to go have a little bit of a play with this, and then I'll show you a little bit further down the track, just so I don't bore you with the tedium of doing this endlessly. But you can see the process that I'm going with to build my drums. I've got all of these grooves that I'm just placing in, and now I'm starting to tweak them, lay them out, and get sort of a layout here. Now, to be further tweaked as we record too, because as I said, these are really rough. So we need to actually get in there and get a feel for how it all gels with the drums. And if we've missed any items, like, if we don't find a chorus or bridge or whatever that suits, we need to obviously accommodate that. Okay, so I've done a bit of editing of the audio and rearranged a bit of the drums here. So just going to do a little bit of a final sort of layout here. Okay, so we'll just do a play through it, but we need to do a little bit of a tweak here and there. Okay, so I just made it repeat. So repeat the verse again. Skip over, then we repeat the chorus. So the bridge doesn't quite flow naturally in. So I've put a little break here. I'll need to do something with some other instrumentation. So we'll just skip forward. And I sort of got a fading in there at the moment. We'll work out how we do that later. Then we go back and do one more verse, just one part, not both. And then back to the chorus. And then I don't have an outro, so I've just put a drum part at the moment. Just needs to be something else coming here, just as a bit of an outro. So what I wanted to do quickly was just find some sort of fill to just finish that part off. Now, there might be further tweaks we'll do down the line once we start recording, and that's the beauty of doing this. So if we just... So I've just turned the loop off so I can hear the whole fill. I think 8 works actually. I'll just drop it there for the moment. And then what I'll do is I'll just zoom in and we'll actually just, okay, we'll shorten that and we'll put that there and then we'll just make sure it works. And that works. So we could go through the song if we wanted to and add more fills in different spots, but there sort of seems to be enough fills at the moment, but it might be something I might do later as well. And the last thing I want to do right now, just save, I just want to flick through and just see if we can get our sound right. We might come back again later and adjust this, but let's play with a bit of the sound. So we're trying out different kits. Let me just have a think of what sort of kit I want. I guess we'll just try different kits. Sort of listening for the kick and the snare mainly. One of the other things I should have done is I should have loaded a superior mapping as well, because these are the grooves were from Superior. The mapping doesn't always match. I might be going with this one. Let's just check a bit further down. We'll tweak this a little bit later as well. See what this middle bit sounds like. Yep. All right. I am liking that at the moment. What we might do is just put something in the notes there. Let me just pull that back up. Oh, why do I keep doing that? Just so I can make sure it's the right one. Classic, perfect rock. Just in case something goes wrong and it gets changed or removed by accident. All right, so we've got that there. So obviously we've got a bit to go with this, but it's pretty good. It's a good starting place. And I'm pretty happy with how it's starting to pan out now. All right, so our drums are sort of locked in. Now, as I said, we could shrink that down so it's out of the way. Let's just get that all laid out nicely. All right, so that's good there. And probably what we should do is we can add a marker track. And let's just add a marker track. Okay, so I just click this thing here and it creates this separate section up the top here. And we can move the marker track up there. And then what that does is it keeps it separate from the rest of the track here. And then what we could do is we could actually put markers in for our various sections. So for instance, we could say this is the intro. So if I go that and I like to do cycle markers, not normal ones. So we can do that one. We can add another one. Oh, okay. We could probably draw these in actually. Now let me grab that, extend that out. We get our pencil and we'll just move across. I thought you could draw it in, but obviously you can't because that just created a rubbish one. Alright, and we'll just keep moving some across. And we can give them colors as well. Just so if we want to know where our sections are going forward, we can do that. So that one we're going to extend to there, no, to there. That's going to move back to there. That's going to go for that long. And that one there. Going to go to there. Get add another. I don't know why it's doing that. That's really annoying. Okay, that goes to there. Add another one. I'm not sure where I'm putting it yet. Let's just copy. And probably one more. Alright, now let's zoom back in again. And this one here. We'll go to there. That one was a good placement. That one there is going to go to there. And then this one here is going to go to there. Okay, and then we could color code them if we so choose. So I did have some tracks colored. Actually, I want to add one more. Okay, this is my entire song one. Okay, we also want to name it. So I'm going to go entire song. Okay, and we're going to color code that. See, I've got some colors predefined here. Okay, then I'm going to click on this one. This is going to be called intro. And it's going to get a color of green. Now this one on the end, that's going to be outro. And it's also going to be green. Okay, and then we're going to have verse 1. And that's going to be purple. Chorus 1. And that is going to be yellow. Verse 2. Again, we're going to go with purple. Chorus 2. Here's that yellow color again. Okay, now we got bridge. And that is that color. Whatever color that is. And then we've sort of got verse 3 is purple. Purple. I think I clicked it. And chorus 3. And that is that color. Okay, so the beauty of doing these is because in Cubase, what I can do is I could double click on any one of these and it will create the loop section. So if I had loop on, I could loop instantly in that part. Now the reason I created an entire song is because then I can double click on the entire song and create a loop of the entire song. So let's just zoom in to make sure I've got that right. Yep. And it doesn't matter what I do down here. Doesn't matter where I scroll. If I was to scroll, I can't do it because I don't have enough tracks. But if I made them really big and I scroll down, the marker track stays up there all the time. All right, it doesn't go away. So even though I'm scrolling down the tracks, that marker track stays there because it's above this section. It's like a second window, which I like to have. All right, let's save that because that's what we want to do, and we are done for this part. Okay, so now that you've seen me do it with my song and create my virtual drums for my song, I want you to go away, go to the ebook and get the worksheet in there and fill out what parts that you will be requiring to create virtual drums on, and then mark them down as the progress, mark them as complete when you have done them, and create your virtual drums on your song, so that by the end of this course, you have a finished song like I do. If you do have any questions about this process or anything particular with your virtual instrument or your recording software and how to do this, please feel free to put them in the comments and we will try and get the answers for you, or at least research some potential answers for you to try. Hopefully this video has been helpful. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.